Well, hey, folks, welcome back to Good Things for Good People, the little tiny YouTube channel that's changing the world for good. One view, one viewer at a time. You, now that you've clicked on this video, are all part of that process. The whole idea with this channel is going to be we're going to use the tools that YouTube gives us to be able to develop a community on here, to be able to watch videos and share stories and generate revenue. From that revenue, we're going to be able to do good things for good people. It's as simple as that. No donations required, no donations accepted. All we want you to do is spend some time here and hang out. Spread some good cheer, positivity, that kind of thing. Today, I am in the beautiful Smokey Mountains of East Tennessee, the Sevierville area, for those of you who know the area, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, that kind of area. I had to run up here to pick up something for my dad because I am down here doing a little bit of caring for him over the last couple of days, and I needed to run up here to pick something up I found on Facebook Marketplace. Now, normally, I am not a Facebook Marketplace shopper. I will be honest. I am not usually allowed on Facebook Marketplace because I make a lot of bad decisions when it comes to buying things, specifically automotive things. But in this case, I really didn't have much of a choice because there wasn't anything available readily within a 100-mile range of where I am, and everything was order in, and it wouldn't work for what I need. I need something now. So on to Facebook Marketplace I went, and I found the item I was looking for at a pretty good, reasonable price. Actually, honestly, probably a little less expensive than is a good price. But it's exactly what I needed, and I reached out to that person, sent them a message, blah, 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 back and forth. They're available. Come on out and get it. Well, what a wonderful drive that was. You know what? I asked yesterday about what ways people tend to relax and de-stress. And a number of people, and I will admit that a lot of my viewership is probably automotive, but a number of people mentioned just going for a drive. And I gotta say, I am on that same team. That is definitely one of my favorite ways to just sit back and relax. Especially when you get a view like this where you're driving. This is Harbor Grill, just outside of Sevierville. As you can tell, there's not a whole lot of boating going on. It is November, and the water levels they have lowered. But it is still just absolutely incredible. What a beautiful, relaxing place to be. Now, unfortunately, because the grill is closed, that means I'm not going to be able to get a cheeseburger and sit here and enjoy myself. But I have had a wonderful drive down the lake, which is not a bad way to spend a day. There's really nobody else out here. It's a nice, calm, quiet way to spend a day. A lot of the messaging I want to be able to send back and forth on this is mental health-wise. You know, taking time both for yourself and for others. If you're trying to help somebody else out, that's wonderful. I'm really happy that you're that person and that you're going to go out of your way to do that. But also make sure you're caring for yourself. Self-care is important. And guys, let's be honest, we suck at it. We suck at communicating about it. We suck at doing it. But even if it's just, go sit by the lake and have a tasty cigar and maybe a scotch, or stare at your car that you just finished putting together, whatever the case may be, take the time. Take those moments to unplug and just listen to the wind. Watch the birds circle. Anyway, as I was saying, I picked up my item that I was up here for, and there's a nice couple. They're in their probably early 60s. Helped me load it in the car, which I've got over yonder, and I paid them a good deal more than what they asked for, and that was definitely something a bit shocking for them, and I'm sure that's probably the case because most things you buy off Facebook Marketplace, people are usually trying to lowball the heck out of you about it. But they gave me a very honest, very good price. It served my needs for exactly what I'm looking for. They were wonderful people. They were prompt, very kind, considerate. I mean, they're East Tennessee folks, so of course they're going to be wonderful people. But give them a little extra, because why not? A little extra in their pockets. They didn't need it. I mean, they seem like they live a pretty comfortable life, but it's just a way of showing appreciation. And putting a little positive shock in their day. Most of us, unfortunately, when we get surprises in our days, are usually not positive. We'll put it that way. Usually not positive. It's rare that somebody is listing something up online and has a positive experience with it. So, why not do something a little out of the norm? Put a little positivity in their world. So, that's what it's all about. It's not necessarily about just money, it's not. It really isn't. And I know I focus on that some because it's an easy win. If you just happen to have a little extra scratch in your pocket, you can impact somebody's life with minimal impact to your own. Why not? Do it. It doesn't have to be money. It can be just having a conversation or hanging out with somebody, listening to somebody or giving some advice if you've been through something. The community here is growing. By the way, huge thank you for 400 subscribers. We're like this close. We will hit it today if we already haven't hit it while I'm filming this video. So huge thank you to all of you who believe in this project. I really, really appreciate it. Without you, I would just be some weird bearded guy standing out on a patio at a lake, relaxing. Well, that's not too bad. But I would just be filming myself just for the filming of myself. You guys being here and believing in me and believing in this project are really what's going to make it happen. And we're slowly starting to build. We're getting there. It's going to be a long, hard road to hoe. There's not a lot of people that are out there looking for, random acts of kindness and good deeds for people. And it's just not a real searchable thing on YouTube. Versus if I did something super flashy, it would be. But that's okay. I'm good with slow growth. Now, I will say that I have nailed down some ideas as far as good things that I'm going to do into the holiday season. I'm definitely going to start doing some more of the Santa Clausy stuff. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I have a pretty good Santa look. And a couple people have mentioned doing videos or interviews or I wouldn't even say interviews, but I mean, maybe it's an interview, but talk to your grandkids or send your grandkid a picture or a video or whatever the case may be with me all Santed up. I'm all about it. Let's absolutely do it. I don't know exactly how I want to make that work yet, but when it comes to be a little closer to Christmas time, I will get all Santed up and we can absolutely do that. If we want to do a live chat, we could do that. If we want to do photos or videos or whatever the case, I'm all about it. I'm also going to look into a retirement home that's going to be in my area. That's going to be kind of more focused on those that have not those that have. Unfortunately, retirement life is extremely expensive. But there are those who live it a little bit more comfortably than others, and I want to kind of focus on maybe those who are less fortunate. And go do some Christmas cheer for those the older folks, because they oftentimes get left out in the holiday season. I think that's a pretty positive idea. I am working with a couple of different charity organizations as well as Columbus Foundation. I was hoping to be able to get that meeting this week, but because of the fact I'm down here, I can't get that done. I'm going to lean into that for next week, and I'm going to bring you guys along with that. I'm going to hopefully be able to film that conversation, where I can start focusing on charitable organizations and their messages and be able to kind of use the platform of social media to push this out. Now, I don't want this to sound like I'm pushing people into other charities. That's not at all what I'm looking to do. What I want to do is I want to utilize their networks and their built up processes to be able to use that to grow this channel. I'm not saying it's a bad thing whatsoever about charities and philanthropic organizations as a whole. I'm glad they exist, and I'm glad they're helping people and doing good things. But when you give to a charity or you give to an organization, you're not really directly in control of where that money is going to be spent. Whereas with this, you and I can have this conversation. We can talk about how that money is going to be spent. At the moment, we're not there yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We got to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I think at this point we're at like just shy of 600 watch hours and 400 subscribers. So we're, a quarter-ish of the way there, eighth of the way there. But the more people that get on board with this, the more people we get involved, the longer we have watch time on this, which, by the way, if you've made it this far, thanks for being here. We've already made it 10 minutes together. The longer we can have these conversations, the better it helps the channel grow. And the more content we can do, honestly, I understand at this point, it's a lot of Austin monologuing. And hopefully here in the very near future, because of the fact that we're going to start branching out to work with some other people, maybe that makes it more watchable too. So we'll see where that goes. But can I show you the lake again? Beautiful up here. Tell you what, the Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, you all created some incredible spots. This mostly was all mountain stuff and little creeks, little valleys. TVA built a series of dams in East Tennessee that really transformed a huge amount of this area, and it's given a lot of people some beautiful playground, that's for sure. I don't know how you don't love it up here. Also, I happen to be near the Smokey Mountain moonshine place. That might be a stop on the way home. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that. But I do want to go over some of the analytics because I didn't yesterday, and I will do a quick little video here. I have not got my laptop with me, so I don't really have anything I can show you that. So I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to get my way back towards my dad's house, and then we will talk about analytics when I get there and how much we've succeeded so far. Very proud of us. Anyway, hang on for just a minute. I'll get back to the computer. We'll do analytics. Well, we've got good and bad to celebrate. Good news is I made it back here, and I've got in the house what I went to the Sevierville area to go pick up. Bad news is my short from this morning did horribly bad, and we still didn't break 400 subscribers yet, but I know we're going to do it. I know it. I can feel it in my heart. You know what? That's the thing with this, with the YouTube thing. You really never know what's going to take off, what's going to work, what's going to not work. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. I've been doing it for years, and you never know what's going to work. So let's dive into the analytics real quick. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to chat your ear off too much. So let's get in the analytics. Here's my short from earlier today. It's 5:15. So this went live right around noon as I was headed out east. And as you can see, it has 18 views, which is horrible. Normally speaking, even a bad one gets, 30 or so, 40 or so, 80 or so. I don't know. Maybe this one's I'm just not engaging, I guess. I don't know what it is, but this is not good. Average view percentage was good. So I don't know. I don't understand how that works, but it is what it is. Let's go over to our analytics for the entire page. We're just shy of 19,000 views, 652.4 watch hours. And you can see here where this is starting to trend up a little bit again. Now, as I've said before, this does include shorts, which don't really count, but we'll still count them. 24.5 watch hours yesterday, down slightly from Sunday, which is fine. As long as it's staying up in the positive numbers up here, we're doing okay. It's definitely something where we can see on days where I'm posting and when I'm posting how much we actually get here is this. Because if I post it late, it kind of ends up bleeding over. So this is kind of an artificially high because I posted late on this day. But, it is what it is. We're not looking to rewrite the record books yet. Here is the video we did for yesterday. And it's actually pretty dang good. 131 views, 11.3 watch hours, 3 subscribers. So if you are one of those 3 that joined us, thank you very much for being here. You can see the trajectory there, and you could see as this kind of started to die off. And then I shared it to the Lucor page, and it got that boost there. And it's just going to continue to rock and roll. Hopefully it'll keep doing well. And that's where we're gonna end up getting some extra watch hours out of that. As usual, almost entirely watch time from subscribers versus non-subscribers. I am trying different things as far as how to get these videos to see, or to other people's eyes, other than people who already believe in this project. And it's a little tricky, I'll be honest. I've tried using searchable terms. I've tried using search engine optimization type tricks. I've tried not using anything whatsoever. I think YouTube just really still has absolutely no idea what this channel is about and who wants to watch it, which is going to be a problem because we need to be able to get that organic growth. And I'm still trying to figure that out. So if you are a content creator and you have any ideas on that, let me know. I would appreciate the information. I'm pretty dang good on this whole analytics side of things in the back end of YouTube, but this one's throwing me for a loop. I'm not entirely sure. We did mention the other day, I wanted to talk about when people share content to their page. So if you're a YouTube creator and you see on the bottom here where there's the like, the comment, and subscribe and dislike, there's also a share button there. I mean, if you share that, if you click on that share button, it lets you create a post, which then goes to the community tab of your YouTube channel. And that is directly tracked by YouTube so that I can see, I get a notification about it. B, we can actually see in the analytics where those watch times and those views are coming from. And I'm going to show you real quick how we can get into that. So this is kind of, I guess, a little bit more like advanced YouTube type stuff. But if you're on your analytics page here and you're in views, if you click on see more, right? So there's our different videos and where they're, the percentage of views for the total versus the page. You can see it all graphed out here, right? If you go to traffic source, which is up here at the top, traffic source, it will show you where your traffic source is. So some of it's from shorts feeds, some of it's from browse, some of it's from channel pages, notifications, yada, yada, yada. And you can see the percentage breakdowns over here. So of the total views on the page, 11.8% are from channel pages, which are directly shared videos, or direct shared videos. Our watch time, 15.7% is coming from direct shared videos. Okay, so now we can also drill into this. If we click on channel pages, it will show us whose channel pages are generating that viewership. So you can see here, the Lucor page, which is, you didn't know, also when I run, is the lion's share of that viewership. 63.4% of the views come from that. I have reshared a couple of the videos from this page directly to our community tab, and there's 695 views from that. And then I've got Red Eye Patriot here, Two Hacks Garage, Jeremy Lynch, Landon Custom Classics, Street Racing Channel. I don't know how that worked because they didn't share anything. But you can see people that are sharing stuff, and you can see directly how those views are working out and where you're getting your percentages from. Now, I'm not saying that to guilt anybody into sharing this. That's not at all what I'm trying to do here. But it's a neat feature of YouTube. If you're curious about where your content is coming from or where people are finding your page from, you can drill down to that and be able to look and see, where that's coming from. And the other way, a lot of times people will say, hey, and let me also preface this. If you did not link directly, if you did share the page, but you did not post a direct link in a post on your community tab, it will not track that. So some of these could be artificially low. If there are people that are coming over and you mention something about the channel in a video or you've put it somewhere else, I won't be able to see that. YouTube can't pick that up. But it's an interesting tool that you can use if you want to be able to use it on your channel. Go and take a peek and see if there's anybody that you are seeing traction from them sharing your content, which is an interesting tool. Most YouTube content creators don't ever use the community tab, and it's a shame because you can really get a lot of interaction and a lot of information from that side of things, because you can do polls, you can do images, you can do all kinds of things. You can have conversations directly in that are outside of a video post. So just something to keep thinking about. I'm always constantly in the analytics mood, trying to figure out how to make it better, how to get more out of this channel. You know, I'm very happy with where we are. I'm very excited about where we're going. I think it's going to be a great project. It's just going to take some time to build and get there. And I got to realize that, you know, this is not going to be as viral a content as something might be. You know, unfortunately, nobody really searches for this kind of stuff, and there's not really a good chance for it to go viral unless YouTube just randomly decides it's going to go viral. We'll see. I don't know. It'd be cool if it did. The problem is, a lot of times when it goes viral, you get a huge influx of new subscribers, and maybe one video gets a gigantic amount of views, and then it just plummets right back off the other side. They don't stay around for the long-term message, which is something I want to avoid, to be honest. Anyway, that's long enough. You guys have listened to me, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I was planning on headed back home tonight, but I just saw in the news that there is a tractor trailer that is rolled over on I-75 near Jellicoe Mountain that lit on fire. So hopefully the driver is okay, but it has basically shut down 75 North and 75 South, which means I can't go home. So you'll see you again tomorrow from East Tennessee. Have a good evening, folks. Bye-bye.